Alright guys, welcome back to Forest City Bushcraft here in London, Ontario. Another gorgeous day in March, out walking around. I think we're hitting about 13, 14 degrees today. It's unseasonably warm. It's just kind of crazy, but you know, it's gorgeous, I love it, so I'm out here taking advantage of it while I can. Went over the first 5 C's of survivability for you on the last episode. That's a system set up by Dave Canterbury from the Pathfinder School. You can find Dave all over YouTube, so check him out. He knows a whole bunch about a whole bunch of stuff. So give it a look, and yeah, comment, say hi to him. Guy knows what he's talking about, so definitely a good man to listen to. So the first 5 C's, we'll just give you a quick recap, was a cutting tool, knife, axe, something like that out in the woods that's sharp and you can chop some trees down with. Get yourself some shelter, skin game, things like that. Combustion device, I always carry a couple of Bics, but I never leave home without my Ferrocerium rod, so yeah, make sure you got some of that. Some sort of surefire is always top priority in the woods. These 5 things are things you just can't recreate easily out in the bush. You can get them, no doubt about it. Like, I can find dry tinder all over the place right now. But if today was one of those days where it had been raining and I hurt my leg, I know I'm going to be out here for the night, I'm going to need a fire. So make sure you got something with you guys that can guarantee you flame to get that wet tinder up and running so that you can actually get yourself some fire going. No point in being out in the woods if you're uncomfortable, man. So if you hurt yourself, bad things happen. Mother Nature has a way of doing what she wants sometimes, so you never know. Better to get out there and be totally prepared for everything that hits you. So we got a cutting tool, combustion device, cover. That could be anything from a, giant garbage bag to a army poncho. I carry an army poncho and a space blanket with me, so I've got something for the ground, something above me. I can wrap myself up in the space blanket, be nice and comfortable. If it rains, I got the poncho with me, or I can use it as a tarp going over top of me. A container, always carry something with you. I carry 2 different containers plus a giant mug so that I boil water in and things like that. I always carry one Nalgene bottle, and I also carry a GSI Glacier bottle, which is double-lined stainless steel. I can throw it in the fire, I can boil my water, purify that. I got something to drink in case I need to, so I don't get dehydrated. And finally, on the first 5 C's of survivability is cordage. You can peel bark off of trees for 6-7 weeks at a time, and you're going to have some cordage. By then you'll probably be dead though, so might as well bring a little hank of 550 paracord with you. You can pull that apart, 7 strands within it. You got a whole lot of cordage, guys. That's always carry a bunch of that. I go overkill with it usually when I come out, just because you never know what you're going to find. If you go to a new spot, the trees might not be the same as they were the last time. Well, they're definitely not going to be, so always carry extra. You never know when you're going to need it. It comes in handy for everything. So there's the first 5 C's of survivability. This is a 15-piece kit we're putting together. So we've just done the first 5 in the last video. I'm going to hit you with the second 5 right now. So yeah, here we go. Okay, now on the second list of the 5 C's of survivability, to put together this 15-piece kit, you're going to need a few more things, guys. Always have a compass with you when you leave the house. I carry a couple on me, you never know. It's nice to be able to check one off the other and make sure everything's cool. I want to get a compass with a mirror on it, but as of right now I'm using the little army compass down there on the space blanket. Gives me general direction. That's all I really need for most of the places I'm going to, so I'm pretty comfortable right now, but I will be picking up the one with the signal mirror built into it because it's just handy to have. I always carry one in my first aid kit, but you never know when you're going to need it. Cotton bandana, guys. The wonder tool of the woods right there. You can do anything in life in general. I always carry a couple bandanas with me. You go out, you never know what's going to happen. You might need to blow your nose. You might need to, wipe your forehead off. You might need to make yourself a splint. You might need to put yourself... You could tear pieces off it, put it in a can, put that in the fire and make char cloth so you got sure fire the next time. We'll talk about char cloth in another video, but bandanas, I absolutely cannot stress how important they are. You never know when you're going to need that. And carry about 3 feet with you, that way you can make a sling if you hurt your arm, something like that. Use it as bandages. Always comes in handy. Third thing on the list is a candling device. I'm a real big believer in the trusty headlamp. Put it on your head, turn the light on. I can use it for signaling, it blinks, it's got multiple different settings. And it keeps your hands free when you're walking around. If there's, for some odd reason, you have to walk through the woods at night, the last thing you want to do is have your hands burdened by carrying some sort of flashlight with you. So always carry one, get one that's waterproof. If you fall in the water, the last thing you want to do is, while you're trying to build a shelter and get dry, is be messing around with your flashlight. So always good to have, always carry it. I put it in a little pouch, goes on my belt, I never have to worry about it. Number 4. Roll of duct tape, guys. I don't know, I probably got about 35 feet on here. This stuff, just like the bandana, super tool of the woods. Well, or anything else in life as well. You can use this for all sorts of stuff. You can make containers out of it for carrying water. You can use it as a band-aid. You can use it to build cordage, rip it all up, fold it together, ties up. It's even flammable, guys. You can use it as a fire starter or a tinder. And I've tested it once or twice. It lights pretty good even wet. So yeah, always have some of this with you. A lot of guys carry a whole roll. I carry this, and then I carry another one about this size in my first aid kit. So I'm pretty much covered on that. I got so much cordage, I'm not going to need it for anything other than it's mainly a first aid purpose for me. But yeah, I always have that with you guys. And last thing on the list here is a cargo needle. Now, you never know when you're going to be out in the woods and you're going to desperately need to sew up your shirt. You got a cut, you can use it to suture a wound. Now, I got to imagine a needle that big, probably going to hurt if you're trying to fix a wound, but you know, beats bleeding to death in the woods. So always have one with you. I keep it under some Ranger bands on my knife. By the way, Ranger bands, inner tubes. Go to any bike store, ask him if he's got a bunch of blown out inner tubes. All they're going to do, they put it in a box and they throw it out once a week. So he's going to hand you the whole box. You're going to walk away a happy camper. And this stuff is flammable. You can use it as fire starter. So get some of that, guys. I have it on all sorts of stuff. I've got multiple needles I carry with me because you never know, right? I could get separated from my knife. I carry 2 knives at all times too. Same reason. One never leaves my belt. One hangs around my neck. So there you go, guys. That is the second 5 C's of survivability. Let's just go down that list one more time. Number 1 is a cutting tool, knife, axe, something like that. Yeah, let me look at you guys while we're talking about this. Excuse me. Combustion device, lighter, ferrocerium rod, some sort of surefire while you're out there, because you know you gotta have fire. Cover, tarp, poncho, garbage bag, anything like that. Keep you dry, keep the wind off you. A container for boiling water. Cordage, 550 paracord, twine. A lot of people carry jute twine because you can use that as a fire starter as well. I prefer my 550 because you can unravel the 7 strands and use it for all sorts of different things after that. Then number 6 is a compass. 7, cotton bandana. Flashlight of some sort. I like a headlamp. Cloth needle and cargo tape. Guys, we're going to hit you up with the last series of 5 for the 15-piece survival kit coming up very shortly, so everybody stay tuned. Check out my YouTube page. I hope everybody enjoys what they're seeing. If you got any comments, let me know. If you know, maybe I missed something, maybe you think of a better way to do something, let me know. And it's all about learning together. It's all about getting out in the woods. So hope everybody's having a good day. This is Mike from Forest City Bushcraft in London, Ontario. See you on the trail.